What the hell's going on around here today? All the suits look like a donkey kicked them in their tender bits.
That is a very specific analogy, but the reason everyone's upset is Mutiny is creating their own title, the NXT Mutiny Championship.
Why should we care? It'll go right down the memory hole with the Multiversal Infinite Championship and every other fake belt in history.
We're already bleeding superstars to their side. An NXT Mutiny champion gives them even more credibility. I tried to get Triple H to stop them, but he hasn't even returned my call. If Mutiny keeps gaining momentum, I'm on track to be the last GM of Raw, which is a distinction I'd prefer to avoid.
I'm not looking to be your last #1 draft pick either.
What can we do at this point other than sit back and watch?
My partner and me took their Unity belts. How about I go down there, win their made-up tinfoil title myself, and show them exactly what I think about it?
That's borderline nuts. We're in a war, and you'd be walking behind enemy lines without any backup.
I don't need any backup.
I can't officially sanction this, but it sure would make an impression. And if somehow you pulled it off, it might turn the tide of the whole war. You sure you want to do this?
Let's roll. I'm going to walk into Mutiny's house, put my feet up on their couch, and serve them a case of frosty Stone Cold Steve Austin style whoop-ass.
Hell yeah.
Mark Coffey getting ready for a battle against Nathan Frazier.
I hope they tear each other apart.
What the hell? One half of the Unity champions just tossed Nathan Frazier aside like a sack of wheat.
It looks like the Unity champ is going after Coffey next.
And the referee's going to let this one go. We have a new matchup, guys.
What we have is a fight.
This wasn't a scheduled match, but it looks like we're going to get it nonetheless.
And it looks to me like Mark Coffey's about to become the second member of the NXT Mutiny roster tonight who's going to lose some teeth to one half of the Unity champions.
Mutiny claims to like anarchy. Well, tonight, they're getting all they can handle. And a boot in the face. Look at this now. Bad intentions coming with this hold. Is this one over? Is a tap out coming?
Might have to tap or you're risking permanent damage.
Coffey's been defeated, but apparently that isn't enough for the WWE loyalist.
He's kicking Coffey right out of the ring. It looks like the Unity Tag Champ has something to say.
Everybody in this building knows I go where I want to, when I want to. So when I heard Mutiny was getting big ideas about making up their own title, there was only one place I was gonna be. And that's right here in NXT Mutiny. I just obliterated 2 of your guys, and I'll do the same thing to the rest of your damn roster if I have to. Because that mail order belt, I'm taking it just like me and my partner took the Unity titles. So go ahead and...
You knew this had to be coming.
Kevin Owens is one of the leaders of NXT Mutiny, and he has heard enough.
When you came out here like a tough guy jumping people from behind, I thought about sending the entire locker room out to smash you like the tackling dummy that you are. But I have a better idea. See, I'm not going to let some WWE poster boy ruin our show. You want this mail order belt that's about to become the most valuable prize in the business? Then all you have to do is compete in our main event tonight. A qualifying gauntlet match.
One of the biggest superstars in WWE is going to main event NXT Mutiny in a gauntlet match.
And if he wins, he'll have a shot at being the first ever NXT Mutiny champion.
Hey, you. My name's Psycho Sally, and I
don't want to hear one word from any of you traitors. What's wrong? Too afraid to mouth off now that we're standing face to face?
I thought you didn't want to hear one word from any of us traitors.
Well, it is kind of boring out here in the parking lot. So might as well say your piece.
I was just going to ask if you're hungry. Catering is really good tonight. There's even cake!
If Bailey and Kevin Owens think I'm walking into some trap right before I run your little gauntlet...
Wow, you seem really mad. Are you more of a pie person?
Look, I don't know you, Psycho Sally. This isn't personal. But you're a soldier on the wrong side of a civil war where you're the bad guys.
The bad guys? Call me crazy, but I seem to remember you and your partner in crime pulling off a real bait and switch. You hustled us to take the Unity titles right back to the company that fought creating them for years.
After Mutiny declared war on WWE and attacked our whole damn roster.
Mutiny has a lot of people who used to be on your roster. Makes you wonder what they see and you don't.
The only thing I see is that I'm fixing to take that pretend belt your side just made up and turn it into scrap.
Every belt is pretend until people agree that it's real. You sure you don't want some cake?
Yeah, I'm sure.
This superstar didn't just walk into the Lion's Den. He did it carrying a bunch of steaks.
Well, he came here from Raw looking for a fight, and Kevin Owens gave him one against 3 of Mutiny's best.
The reward will be worth the risk if that man carries Mutiny's new championship back to WWE, Corey.
Oh, he got him. Is he going to lock this in?
He's in excruciating pain. The hold locked in tight.
Yet he's still struggling. There it is. Tapping out.
And this gauntlet officially has been cut short for Noam Dar.
All right, here we go with our second to last entrant.
So who's next? The one and only Axiom is ready to make some noise. Uh-oh, forearm's gonna cut off the wind. Guillotine applied.
Attacking the most vulnerable part of the body.
So much damage can be done when... And he's tapping. He had the tap. He had no choice.
Yes, Axiom has been eliminated. Time to hit the showers.
Here they come, the last entry in this gauntlet match.
All right, here comes Lee to make some noise in this gauntlet match.
In a second, he might be finding a submission hold here.
Now this could put you to sleep. The neck just being wrenched away at. Believe this hold feels even worse than it looks. We have a tap out.
And they're eliminated. And there's your winner.
Here is your winner, the King!
If NXT Mutiny holds up their end of the bargain, this man will be competing for their new championship.
I think we're going to see a trap spring anytime now because there's no way Kevin Owens and Bailey would let that happen.
I'd question your strategy with all this Mutiny title stuff, but I kind of feel like you're making it up as you go along.
You ever known me to do anything different?
I know that got you into all kinds of trouble when we had just started training together. Challenging the biggest dog in the yard ended up with you looking at the ceiling in short order.
I maybe bit off more than I could chew that one time.
That one time? It was a weekly occurrence.
That was a long time ago. I've refined my improvisational technique.
Beating everyone up is only a technique until you lose a fight.
We got ourselves a real simple solution then.
Yeah, you just have to keep winning. Here's the thing. Doesn't this all seem a little easy? Mutiny could have jumped you, but they didn't. Not to mention this whole mystery chamber twist. Something's up.
Trust me, if they have something planned, I'll be ready for it. The price is worth the cost. We got the Unity belts. I take this new title off the table, Mutiny doesn't have much left after that.
Your mind's made up, so this is a losing argument. Good luck down there.
We have no idea who is in those mutiny mystery pods, guys.
What we do know is that every man in that chamber is going after the guy carrying WWE's banner.
This superstar knew the risk going in, Corey. Now we're going to see if he can reap the rewards and become the first ever Mutiny champion.
Just punishing.
Forearm's gonna cut off the win. Guillotine applied.
And with the submission locked in, are we about to see a tap out? There's the tap. There's the tap.
One elimination down, but the end's not here. The pressure's only growing in the chamber, just so you know.
Oh, shot connects. Drops her opponent. Look at this. Looking the boot. Driving it into the throat.
Strangling their opponent in the bottom rope.
What he's looking for here looks like a potential submission maneuver coming.
Just excruciating pain. There's no way you can sustain being in this.
He submits. He taps out.
And we've got the final four superstars in their chamber. Still a bit far from the finish.
It's Duke Hudson out of his pod and into the action.
And now he's back into the ring.
Right to the ribs.
Oh, man. Kick to the face.
Oh, this is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied.
It's locked in so tight. Running out of options in a hurry now.
Taps out.
Here we are, a triple threat-like dynamic for the last three competitors in this Elimination Chamber match.
Out of the pod and into the action. Here's Brooks Jensen.
Getting him right into the corner.
Angling the face. Brooks looking helpless to every attack.
This is a good job of keeping Jensen in check.
He could be looking for a submission here.
The FTF is locked in.
And writhing in pain, trying to find an escape.
I think his hopes of that are running. And he has to tap. Had to do it or risk serious injury.
And now these two are fighting for that final fall.
DDT.
Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless.
Just grounded.
This now, yes, applying the submission hold.
Impressive display of power.
Wrapped around the neck. This is dangerous.
This is an especially uncomfortable.
He survived the gauntlet. He survived this Mutiny Mystery Chamber. And now he's not only one half of the Unity Champions, but the very first NXT Mutiny Champion.
Mutiny's leadership cannot be happy.
I don't like to compliment Mutiny, but that is one nice-looking championship.
Guys, what's the new champ doing? Is that a sledgehammer?
This might be a short-lived run for that championship.
I think you're right, Cole.
He's destroying the brand new NXT Mutiny title.
Not only that, but he's sending a strong and clear message, Cole.
Look at that. All the work that went into it, destroyed by the very first champion. You'll love to see it.
If you're on Team WWE, and I am, maybe this is a sign of things to come. Maybe we are one step closer to the destruction of Mutiny.
We can only hope.
Wow, what a statement. What an incredible victory for WWE. First, you basically steal the Unity Championships. Now you destroy our first ever NXT Mutiny Championship belt that we didn't even give a damn about in the first place. That's right. You never wondered why we didn't come out and stop you from wrecking our title? Or why we even gave you the opportunity to win it in the first place? Or why when those mystery pods opened, that it wasn't some big WWE superstars who had jumped to Mutiny? It's because you played right into our plan. Not only did you spend 2 weeks spiking our ratings, you wore yourself out, showing us exactly who the weakest links in Mutiny's chain were. And now, we've cut them out. So thank you. You managed to make Mutiny that much stronger. Maybe next time, think twice before you barge in here with a head full of steam and no real plan. Or better yet, don't think twice. Seems to work out better for us that way.
That's the way you make an impression. Bust in through the front door and make them choke on their own egos.
I appreciate it, but the way KO spun things didn't make it feel like a win.
Come on. You walked into their house, beat half their roster, and turned their fancy title belt into shrapnel. Kevin Owens was just spinning.
She's right. If I had to guess, they didn't expect you to go rampaging through like a bulldozer. KO made all that up to save face.
They could have jumped me at any time, but they didn't. They put a bunch of scrubs into the chamber match. Hell, Psycho Sally came out to the parking lot to offer me some cake. Makes me wonder.
If they created a title because they knew you couldn't resist going down there to win it, sacrificed a bunch of their own guys just to see if they could hang with you, then bake you a cake? That seems a little egocentric.
Well, when you put it like that.